Good morning, Monday. It's about 7 o'clock a.m. And as you can see, the markets are going back up again. And I had said on Friday, and also my weekly report, it would be ideal if this market were to come down all the way on Monday, stretch it out, and then I would sell all my positions and then get out and then just wait because tomorrow there is and Wednesday big meeting coming up on interest rates. And although I don't believe it's going to really affect the market, it won't affect the market long term because the market it's going down eventually. So anything it can do, anything that possibly could happen is it can go up a little bit more and it come down. But ideally, what I'm thinking it's going to happen is the market's going to come down here, and then I can sell my positions, and then the next 2 days just going to bounce around and then eventually just drop. That's what I believe is going to happen. All right, so we got another 6 hours of trading, and this market's going up, which actually is a good sign for people who are going to short this market. Because where's this market going to go? Like I said, this is a buy-sell game. People buy and sell. You can't just have the market go up and have 6 hours of trading and just keep going. Unless it's a trend up day, which, like I said, that only happens about twice a month. But I don't see a trend up day today. And if it's not a trend up day, that means this market only has one other place to go, and that's, well, actually two places to go, and that's either down or it's just going to sit here and bounce around all day long. So I think this is a good sign for short, for people that want to go short, because markets usually go up before they go down, and markets will go down before they go up. And we are in a bear market, and the momentum is going down, even though you see this thing going up. Like I said, we've got 6 hours of trading left. How far is this going to go? And then eventually it's going to turn around. And so right now I'm not doing anything because, like I said, I don't like to go long in this market because of the momentum's down. So I can wait for a day trade and watch it go down. Okay, so you got the Russell. The Russell's still down at its bottom here. Doesn't show any kind of tendency of wanting to go up in this area. Same thing with the Dow Jones, pretty much staying in this balance area, and now it's getting to the top. So where's it going to go now after 6 hours left of trading? It's going to go down. So NASDAQ has been pretty impressive as far as going up. So from here to here, it hasn't retraced yet. And so we're looking at a pretty good retracement coming back down into this balance area right here. So usually, or at least for the last week, you've seen the NASDAQ leading away, and it's always been in the green while these other markets were in the red. Well, now it's the opposite. This is actually down 51 points, and the Dow's up about 300 points. So now this is trading the opposite of the other three indexes. So this is another good sign that the markets are eventually going to turn around, I'm assuming today, and actually start coming down pretty big. And this might come back down into this balance area today. Now, like I said, because we've got this, everybody's so focused on interest rates, and the Feds have a meeting that might have a pause in the markets probably tomorrow and half of the next day, just because people like to wait and see what's going on, and then see which direction the market's going to go. Eventually, like I said, direction is down. So they can postpone it all they want, but direction is going to be down. You can see the market starting to drop now. So that's really about it. You know, if you're, how can you benefit from this? Well, if you did buy your options anywhere in here, then you're I'm sorry, where's the, here it is. Anywhere up in this area, I'll have to, hold on one second here. Okay, that's better. It's just one chart. So this is the ES, and if you did buy up in here and you're out in a long position, then of course you just stay with your position. And if you bought in here, same thing. And if you bought up in here, same thing. You're just going to write this thing down. Market looks like it's getting ready to make some pretty big moves down. I'd say within the next 2 weeks we're going to be heading down pretty good, and maybe as soon as today. You know, markets could come down all the way down in here actually today. So I am holding on to my short positions that I had bought all the way down, and I think this is going to look pretty good. Actually today it's going to come down. Now if we want to look at, now these short positions of course are longer. I think I've got some that are going to expire in about 20 days. So once the market starts getting down here, for the long positions, I might trade them in, or even possibly today, if I get out today when this comes here. And then when I get back in, I'm going to trade them in for maybe May options. For these for the longer term. Now as far as the, let's see, come back to here. Now if you're trading and you want to get back in, this could be a good short position like you get in now, because like I said, this is at the top right here. I believe this is the top, and it's probably not going to go further. And if it does, let's say the Fed's for some reason it just pokes up in here, that's going to be another indication, and probably a good position to short that, you know. But even if you did short it here and it went up here, it's eventually going to come down. Sure, it looks like you're going to take a loss, but you're going to buy options that are further out. You know, it could be at the end of April or even May that you would buy options, and then you can ride that out. So you can do that with options if you buy them further out. And you know, if you did buy in here and then the market poked up, then you can buy again and then just ride this thing down all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to go into a day trading chart. So as far as day trading, now this market's already come pretty close to the top up here, and you can see right here it hasn't corrected yet, so it's got to correct sometime. This is a perfect opportunity for the market to do that. I'm not sure if this has hit the top yet, so I would kind of wait a little bit, wait till it kind of balances out in here, and then see where it's going. Looks like it's building the balance area right here, and then I would just wait. You know, like I said, it's already hit right here some resistance. There you go. You got some pretty good resistance in this area right here, and of course the balance area. It's very good, very big resistance in here. So this looks like a really good opportunity to short, but like I said, I would wait a little bit before I short this. I'm still not feeling that it's going to come down right away. And the thing with day trading is that you have to be pretty accurate with this, because if you did buy in here and then the market starts coming up, you can start losing pretty good sizable amount of dollars, you know, going up. So you want to make sure this starts coming down, and so one way to trade this is you look for those balance areas like I said. And if this is forming a balance area in here, let's say, what am I doing here? Alright, we're back. My charts are acting kind of weird. So let's say this is building a balance area in here. So I would wait. You can do a couple things. You can look for a pop-up in here, and you can see, you can feel that it's kind of starting to wane and it's starting to come down, and then you can get in as it comes down, or you can wait till it comes down into this area, and then you have a confirmation bar, which would be another 1 bar down, 2 bars down, and then you can start trading this down. And then from that point, you can decide how much money you want to make, because this market could turn around, it could correct in here and then come back up. Because like I said, we still have 6 hours of trading, so this market's got to go somewhere in 6 hours. And like I said before, this is a buy-sell game. So if this market goes up, and let's say it starts breaking down now, and it starts heading way down into, well, this is day trade, so you got to decide how many points you want to make or how much money you want to make, what percentage, before you want to get out. So I don't want to jump around too much, but I do look at different time frames even when I'm day trading, like how far do I want to ride this thing down. So I would look at a longer term chart, and I can see that maybe in a day trade I'd run it down to this bar, or I would decide, now also if I do believe this market's going to come all the way down, I could write it down even in a day trade. That's possible. And right now it's very difficult to say what's going to happen because I'm not sure, but if this market comes down, let's say to this point, you can get out. That would be a good trade. You can make whatever, a few $100s, a few $1,000 just in here, and then walk away. Or you can wait till it retraces again and it starts going down. So you can play that game as far as the day trading goes, and that's not a bad it's not a bad plan. So as you can see, the market's looks like it's starting to turn a little bit, and this might be a good day trade in here. Okay, so I explained to you how I would trade this market as far as a day trade. Now it's up to you. I just explained to you how I would get in. Either it would poke up here and fail and come back down, and that would be a perfect position to get in. And of course, if it poked back up again a second time, then you might have to get out with a loss. But if it continued down, because that was a fake out, and then you continue down, then you can write it down to as far as you want, and that's what you have to decide. There's nobody that can tell you how far to write it down, and that's where you have to decide whether, and you don't want to get greedy also. So you got to set your points of exit, and if you want to make a couple $100 or a couple thousand, like I said, and then get out and walk away. And then you got to remember, opportunities come every day. That's what's good about these markets. They never go away, ever. In however long these markets been around, there's always been opportunities, and for years to come, you're going to have opportunities. I think one of the biggest problems traders have is missing out. They think they're going to miss out, and you never miss out, ever. There's always an opportunity. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up this part. Looks like, again, it's building this balance area, and you can decide. I already told you how you can do this, how you can play this, and how you can, where this market is possibly going. And so, okay, back into the longer term, I still feel like this is going to wind up down here today, which would be ideal. Like I said, if it does, I'm going to get out of all my positions, but it's got to do it early, because if it doesn't do it and it does it late, then I think if it came down here later on during the day, then there's a good possibility tomorrow it's going to come right back up. Now, if this comes down here early, and you still have, let's say, 4 hours of trading, then, or 3 hours of trading too, then where else is this market's going to go? It's already stretched out. You got to look at the point range. Right now it's at plus 10. If this thing goes down to minus, way down here to minus 60, 70, there's only one place to go with 3 hours of trading, and that's back up. Of course, it could finish down, but I don't think it's going to finish low, and I would be willing to take that chance and sell out, because that means the next day it's just going to pop back up. And then I can always trade it again going down, once it's high. Okay, so that's my strategy. As far as with you, entry point, like I said, you can enter anytime around here, because I don't think this market's going to go up much further, and even if it does, eventually it's just going to come down, and then you buy your options pretty far out. Give yourself at least 30 days until it expires, because I think in 30 days we're going to have some pretty big runs going down. There's a lot of stuff happening out there. Okay, so that's it for today. There's not much else to say. The only thing I can add to this is a very good profession, as far as if you start trading longer term, you can make some decent money, at least what you're making at your job, at least minimum, and you're not working 8 hours a day. If you're going long term, you just get in and you pretty much walk away. At this, I don't even have to set my alerts, because I know this market's going to wind up down in here soon. So I'm not concerned, I don't have to set my alerts. I would set them just to keep track of where this market's going. And like I said, if it set my alert here and this market pops up here, could be another great position to short this thing. I mean, that would be for me. Not telling you what to do. That's what I would do. I just have the strong feeling that this thing is just going to start heading down in a big way soon. And so that's where I have my money. So yeah, this is a really good profession. Once you learn it, you can trade it that way. If you're going to be a day trader, different story. You're going to have to be by the computer. You can see this market's already broken down in the 5-minute charts, but it came back up, which is good, because it already tested down. It didn't break, and once it comes down and breaks down, it could be a good confirmation that now it's heading down. And I think that's probably what's going to happen. So we'll see what happens. You got one good fake out here and another good fake out there. Let's move this thing down. Here is starting to establish this nice little balance area in here. And you get some fake outs here, fake outs there, and I think there's a lot of pressure going up, so I have a tendency of this thing going down. Still early, so it still could pop up, but again, it would be a good short position at some point, especially if it pops up early like it is right now. It's only 7:30, lots of time to trade. These are the things you have to watch out for in day trading. Longer term trading, not so much. Like I said, could only go up so much and then turn around and then go back down. So you got a big buffer in here if you buy some options, and you buy them pretty far out. Okay, so I think that's it. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.